J.D. Hayworth back on America's Forum. We're going to continue our conversation now with Newsmax insider James Hirsen on all things Hollywood. That would include music videos. Maroon 5 with a new one out, slammed by critics as dangerous and grotesque. The video features a butcher who stalks a woman. He follows her in the streets, takes pictures of her without her knowledge, breaks into her home, and crawls into bed with her while she's asleep. You're seeing portions of that video now, but the fantasy takes a graphic turn by the conclusion of this video, and we're choosing not to show it. A sexual assault support group has spoken out about this Maroon 5 video, saying, and I quote, "Maroon 5's video for animals is a dangerous depiction of a stalker's fantasy, and no one should ever confuse the criminal act of stalking with romance. The trivialization of these serious crimes like stalking should have no place in the entertainment industry." James, is this video evidence that Hollywood may say it's against domestic violence, but in fact promotes a culture that promotes violence against women?
Absolutely. And if you're going to go after the NFL and you're going to have this war against women meme and you're going to have politicians weighing in, you definitely have to take a hard look at these music videos. I'm really glad that some organization has done this, because there's been a series of music videos that are so vile, that are basically just cultural pollution. And Adam Levine, who has this cushy job on a reality show, The Voice, and is really a mainstream kind of pop artist, should know better than this. And it's going to hurt his brand. And I think it's this attempt by, unfortunately, particularly people in the music business, to outshock each other. You know, Miley Cyrus does one shocking thing, and then another artist outshocks her. And this is how they get this kind of unbelievable distortion, where they have what in a video is just grotesque. It's difficult to describe what's in this video, but it looks like, a lot of critics have said, it looks like what critics call a torture porn film, where someone is just victimized on screen. And that's got nothing to do with his music. He doesn't need to do that.
James, I'm surprised like you, because, Adam Levine has gone to such great lengths to kind of control his message. The teens love him, mom and dads love him on, The Voice. So where does Maroon 5, what's the basis for this publicity stunt?
Well, I think you hit it in your last two words, publicity stunt. I think that there is a mentality that believes that in this maxim that there's no such thing as bad publicity. And unfortunately, they look back, I mentioned Miley Cyrus, that stunt that she did on the Video Music Awards, she was universally castigated the next day, but beyond that, she was rewarded. So people, I believe publicists, the people that surround Adam Levine, his managers, his lawyers, his agents, believe that somehow by outshocking the next person, that's a good thing. I think there's a tipping point, though, and I think Maroon 5, unfortunately for them, have reached that tipping point.
So what do they do to rehabilitate themselves? Apologize and move on?
If I were them, my advice to them would be, they've got the money to do it, reshoot the video and have a different music video and pull that one. I would think that would be the right thing to do. Obviously there's not someone that's going to pull Hollywood's tax status like they're trying to do with the NFL. But I think the entire industry needs to take a hard look at this as an example. And hopefully Adam Levine's people will come to the conclusion they should pull it and replace it.
Fair enough.
It's great that this is done without government involved.
Of
and
course.
That means it's not censorship.
That's right. It's the marketplace working and outrage at work, the consumer's voice being heard. James Hirsen, as always, we appreciate your insights. You right-thinking man there on the left coast joining us from La La Land. You heard what James had to say about Maroon 5. Do you agree? Why don't you tweet me your thoughts at Newsmax TV, #America's Forum.